Hi, Star here. I want to share, which I hope is helpful. What do you do when you're running a meeting and something happens outside that needs attention? You just can't keep going. Something big, or it may or may not be, you just don't know. So the three stories I'm going to share, and then I'm going to teach you the technique, are the stories are Sandy Hook happened when I was running a meeting of about 7 people. It unfolded a day-long meeting. The other one is we got the word because of COVID, everyone had to work at home, meeting of about 15 people. And last week, it's just 2 of us in a meeting, and I got a phone call that my mother-in-law had just been admitted to the emergency room and it wasn't looking good. She wasn't breathing well. So I realized, looking back on these 3, there's actually techniques that I use. A lot of stuff I could have done better, but I want to share. All right, so the first thing is stop. Stop, pause, stop talking, stop going, call it. Something's happened, we've got to figure it out. And you've got to get to that place of calm, gratitude, whatever it is, so that you can do the best that you can to assess the situation, okay? And then from that place, what's the impact right now, right here? What has to be done? Do you keep going with the meeting, same goal, or do you have to shift the goal of the meeting on the fly, right? So I'm going to go through each of these just as examples of the technique that we're going to apply. So the Sandy Hook thing came in. I saw people starting, to look, and it was on TVs in the hallway, and it was early in the morning, and we really didn't know what was going on. But it was okay, let's just take a break. So we all took a break. We kind of looked at the unfolding story. Turns out one of the people in the room, their niece went to the school system in Sandy Hook. So everybody was overly concerned and freaked out, and this person was more freaked out. And they were okay. They were at a different school, not in the one where the tragedy happened. So we assessed the situation, and basically, as the leader, I put it back on him. Well, do we need to stop the meeting? You're okay if you want to leave. What can we do to help you, support you? And they thought about it, and they said, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to keep my phone right here and just keep going with the meeting. So we kept going with the meeting, kept the goal in place, and did frequent check-ins and more frequent breaks to see where things are, but kept the same material and let that person, and it worked out really well because everybody supported that person, and we knew what was going on, and it was there, but we got through. And actually, ironically, the goal we had at the meeting, we achieved in way more than we ever thought we would, which was really interesting. So the second case where it happened was about 15 people. It was an offsite meeting, and we're leading a meeting about project management. And it was about 10 or 11. The governor says, okay, everybody, we've all got to work at home. This was March 2020. And okay, again, stop, calm, get to that place of pause, assess the situation, who's here, how does it impact them? And in this case, what we did was we completely threw out the material, changed the goal, changed the direction of the meeting, and created a new goal. It said, okay, we're going to end at 3 so people can go back to their offices and get what they need. And between now and 3, what we're going to focus it on is how can we best use project management virtually? What are the tools we need to use? How do we get projects done? So that was the second case. But again, it started with the stop, pause, get to this place of calm. Okay. The third example, last week, my mother-in-law, again, the stress, the not knowing what's happening. So again, stop, pause. Okay, who's with her now? Do we need to stop and go to the emergency room? What's the situation? Sort of ferret out, figure out the whole situation. Turns out there's nothing I could do right then. So at that point, this is where I think I did it the other times, but I consciously did it. I needed to compartmentalize it. It didn't impact the other person in the meeting, just me. Compartmentalize it, understand that I could get an interruption at any moment, and there was nothing I could do for the next hour. So it was put it here and keep going with the current goal of the meeting. Okay, so 3 situations and 3 different ways to handle them. And they all start with a stop, pause, assess from a place of calm, a place of gratitude, and then decide if you're going to keep going with the same goal or not, and how to modify it. So thanks for listening, and I'd love to hear your stories about how you respond to external events while you are leading a meeting. So thanks very much. Really appreciate it.